Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Carl Mingers. This is Aaron Burns. We are WRME Live, Main Edge Realty. Okay, August 15th, 2025, episode 247.
Yes.
Man, it's 81 degrees already this morning. Supposed to hit a heat index of 110 today. Yeah.
Well, it's Oklahoma.
It's Oklahoma, that's right. Beautiful outside this morning, early though. You had our Western Days meeting this morning.
Yes, I did.
I spent my morning getting a haircut and cleaning the Jeep up, getting ready for tonight's date. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. 44-year anniversary today. So we're going out to the movies, which is expensive, by the way.
Yes.
For 2 tickets to the director's suite, $50. Holy cow. And then, of course, I got to feed her,
Oh, yes.
That'd be
Feed
another
her.
$50 to $100. It's crazy the cost of things. I mean, when we 44 years ago, for $20, we could go out to a movie. We could go out and eat, and we'd go to the arcade. Earth Base was the name of the arcade we used to go to, and for $5, you get $5 worth of quarters. You could play for hours.
Right. Now it's almost $5 for one game.
Yeah, it is. Shepard's birthday's today. My
Yeah.
grandson. I think he turns 8 today.
Yes.
Yeah. He wants to go to an arcade tomorrow for his birthday, so
Oh.
that's probably what we're going to do. After we've got our deal tomorrow at Toby Keith Children's Hospital set up
Okay.
in Oklahoma City. Right. It's right. It's not really a hospital. It's the Toby Keith Foundation has a home for families of children going through like cancer and stuff like
Right.
that. They're right there next to the Children's Hospital.
So it's like the Ronald McDonald homes
Right.
you hear
Hey.
about. It's the same thing.
And our Rotary Club, Mustang Rotary Club, goes through there about every 6 months, and we just do a volunteer day where we go in and fix little things, and we do a deep cleaning on everything.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful facility, and I'm proud that Toby Keith, diehard Oklahoman, set that up.
Mm-hmm.
And those families really appreciate. They want for nothing while they're there. The food is provided for them. There's a little movie theater in there so they can watch
Nice.
movies. They can spend time as families together. It's really a neat deal. So that's what the first half of my day tomorrow is going to be.
Fun.
Then probably go to the arcade. I think we go to the one in Moore. What do you call it? Can't remember the name of it. The comic book store in Moore.
DC Comics.
DZ Comics. That's right. Not DC. It's DZ
Oh, I don't know.
Comics. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool place. Last time we were in there was a guy buying a Batman costume. One of them that looks like
Right.
real Batman. $3,000.
Dang.
Whoops out the cash. Whoop, 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 whoop. Holy cow.
He must be a diehard Comic-Con.
What do you think about this deal where CNN called Trump Batman? Okay, he's acting
Oh, I
like
didn't hear
Batman in D.C. And then I seen something on Facebook last night, kind of a meme set up. It goes, okay, Batman was a billionaire, son of billionaires. Trump is a billionaire, son of wealthy family. He goes on to all this stuff, and then it shows where somebody said, "Are you Batman?" And Trump goes, "I'm Batman." and then it says, the show's Batman and then Trump, and they've never been seen in the same place at the same
my
time.
gosh.
Yeah. All they do is make him even more famous. It's
I know.
hilarious. Okay, Western Days. You went to the meeting this morning.
Yes.
September 6th, we got the Chuck Wagon Roundup. We've already started pulling together all the pie fillings and fixings, and of course, the week before we have to go get all the other stuff, and the day before we go get all
He
the
says
meat
week
for the.
before. It's going to be sooner than the meat because I have to thaw it out.
Okay. Well, we got to get that all ready, and we're having beef tips and.
I had to get on Jack
Potatoes.
this morning. When are you ordering meat? Did you order the meat? In 2 weeks. Wait. Do I need to order that now? So we had to go over that.
Yes. Go
And
over
I told
it
him
now.
I needed it at least 2 days before because we had to thaw
She's
it.
an organizer to the
It's-
max. Jack is not.
No, here's the list I took him this morning
Ah,
for just sponsors and wagons. And then made my little notes.
we got 8 or 9 wagons.
We got 8.
8. Okay.
8 wagons.
8 wagons, and
They
we're
cook.
gonna be cooking, or they'll be cooking
Beef tips.
most of the morning, but we'll be serving from 1 p.m.
To
on
2:30.
September 6th to 2:30. Okay, so
And we're doing beef tips, potatoes, beans, cobbler.
they'll probably have
roll,
cornbread and
whatever.
stuff, won't they?
Yeah,
So,
depending
yeah.
on who cooks what. And
Lots
then
of good stuff, and it's good home cooking type cowboy stuff.
Friday night we'll
It's
have
great.
sample stuff during chili cook-off and everything. So cinnamon rolls, ice cream, stuff like that.
Right.
Probably a couple cobblers.
Okay, and besides real estate, that's kind of our focus for the next few weeks.
Yes.
It's a big deal for us every year. It's a lot of work, but and it benefits the chamber.
yes.
We hope they appreciate it. Because it's a lot of work. You do most of the work, but it is a lot of work, and we pull all of it together. And I think we do a pretty good job. And I know the wagon, they really appreciate the sponsors that help them fund this.
Yes.
It's an adventure. They love doing this stuff.
So our sponsorship money, when people pay that goes straight to a wagon. Mm-hmm. That doesn't go to the chamber. What goes to the chamber is the money we raise from the mills.
From the meals and everything, right? And these wagons come from all over.
Yes.
And travel, if you've traveled anywhere, $500 can go out the window in about a day.
Yeah.
And they have to bring their trucks and trailers. That they load these wagons on the trailers, all their equipment, all their cooking stuff, all that cast iron. Most of them bring their own wood.
Yeah. Well, Jack provides most of the wood, but some are particular. So
Well, some if they're cooking something that needs a certain flavor, they bring their own wood. Like mesquite or whatever. And they go above and beyond to make this a really great deal. So help us get the word out. First of all, share this video and invite people out to Western Days on the 6th. That's Saturday, and we'd love to see more folks out there.
And the meal is only $10. And
Yeah,
it's a
$10.
meal. And then if you have a kiddo that doesn't want the meal, they get a free hot dog and chips.
Yeah.
So, with the purchase of a ticket.
Yeah. Now, we've already got the water donated, right?
Yes, Y&B
Okay.
donates the water, and they also sponsor a wagon.
That's Yukon Bank, your neighborhood bank.
Yes.
They do an outstanding job supporting us. I think they also sponsor our wagon, don't they?
Yes, they
Yes.
sponsor wagon, and then we have, let's see who we have so far this year. We have, and then our commercial division sponsors a wagon. We sponsor the overall food and purchase along with Walmart. Walmart helps us with that. And then
Oklahoma Commercial Real Estate Advisors
Yes.
sponsors a wagon.
Mustang Rotary, Bio One, Y&B, Ramey Electric, constructs all. He's a local business.
Yeah.
Ken Carpenter, Auction and Realty, Krieger Thermodynamics.
What do they do?
Commercial linen. They are I don't know. I'd have to ask Jack or look
we'll
it
have
up.
to check that. If you know what they do, put something in the comments. Let us
And
know
then
what they do actually.
We have one that we haven't heard back from yet, so hopefully they'll be here, but we don't know. And then Sun Cattle Company is donating the meat again this year, so it'll be fresh local meat, like fresh as in it's being butchered 2 weeks before the event.
Right. It's about as fresh as you can get without just killing a cow right there.
Yes. And then we have hay that's usually sponsored by Gentry Services here in town. Jack, Ramey Steel does the wood. Parks and Rec donates us the ice, so that helps out a lot.
Yeah, and they've done a great job the last few years of making sure we have good trash cans around.
Yes,
To
the
put
extra
trash
cans.
in, and then we have nicer restroom, portalets or whatever you want to call
Right.
them than they've had in the past. They've been really stepping up their game on some of that stuff, and it's just a great time of the family to come out. Most people go to the parade in the morning, which is a big deal,
Right.
and then head straight to the community center. You know,
And then there's always the rodeo Friday and Saturday nights.
Yep.
So that always happens.
Yep, and that's they're getting new chutes for
Yes.
the bull riding and stuff that they launch out of. So that's all cool. Our rodeo grounds has been around forever, but they do a really good job of keeping it up. Okay, real estate interest rates haven't come down.
No.
It's a buyer's market. It's a huge portion of the homeowners out there that have a mortgage. It's under 4.5%. It's like 83% are under 4.5%. Nobody wants to sell, unless they have to sell.
Right.
Okay, because who wants to go get a 6, 7? If your credit score is not great, 8 to
Right.
10% interest.
Well-
In commercial deals, investor properties, I'm lucky to get 8% right now, and that's 20% down.
Right.
And it makes it tougher to buy houses, because I've even got homes right now that don't actually cash flow, but we're going for the long game.
Right.
But I tell you, cash flow's king, and if you can buy right and still cash flow, then you're ahead of the game. But right now, it's just, and there's investors from everywhere in the country are flooding the Oklahoma City market.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, if you're a renter and you've been considering buying, would be a good time to look into buying, because most people that are buying that already have a house are really thinking hard if they need to purchase or not, because they could have trouble selling their current house, which could hinder their purchase.
Right. Now, as far as renters go, I would recommend every renter that has any wherewithal at all and you love your house that you're in, approach your landlord. Okay. Ask them, hey, what would it take for me to buy this house to where it's a good deal for the landlord owner and a good deal
Right.
for the renter. I think everybody is frustrated with the whole rental market because rent rates are high.
Yes.
And if you can own a house for even, the same price that you're paying in rent, you really need to look at doing that.
Or possibly less, because the owners are trying to cash flow at least enough to put some back in case there's a major issue.
Mm-hmm.
Tax increases, everything's going up for everybody. Taxes,
I think a lot of renters are scared of the cost of something. If they own the house, it's on them.
Right.
Okay. But if they take care of things, they do proper maintenance, stuff like that, your major repairs are generally slim and none. And a lot of them are covered, like roofs under your
Right.
insurance, stuff like that. Don't be scared.
And just be
you know.
smart. Put so much money back a month as the house fund. So if you need a roof, heat and air, water heater, whatever major thing could go wrong, you have the savings for that.
Mm-hmm. And nowadays it's easier to save money that you don't see. There's programs out there, so your paycheck comes in, boom, you can send so much to savings, so much to your tax account, so much to this. It's easier to do than
Yes.
sitting down with a spreadsheet like we've all done for years. Okay. Sequence is one of those programs and it's dirt cheap to have. But if you're a person that if you have the money or you see it, you spend it.
Yes, a lot of people are
That's
that
the
way.
best way to help you budget your money, is to you not see it. It goes straight to these accounts, and you don't have to make the mental decision, oh, I got something coming up this month, maybe I don't want to do that. You know, if it's automatically done, it's a self-discipline kind of
And
thing.
if you talk to
Help.
your HR department or whoever handles your payroll, you can direct deposit it and you can tell it what you want to go where before it's deposited. I used to have so much put in my savings for my car loan. So every paycheck, so much would go into the savings, and that's where my car loan came out of. And then the rest of my check went into my checking account. That was my money I had for the month.
A lot of people just don't know the tools out there that are available. And, you know, instead of binge watching something on Netflix tonight, why don't you research, you know, different ways to save money, or how to handle your money.
And a budget's a good thing. If y'all need an Excel spreadsheet for a budget, I have one. I'd be happy to email it to you.
And
A
I'll
lot of
tell
my
you,
clients love
In
those.
most couples, most families, one person is a budget-oriented person and the other one is not. And that's a huge friction, you know, because some people use the budget to beat the other person up. You know, either whether it's the man or the woman, you know, whatever. And I don't like seeing that, you know, but if y'all can get on the same page, it's amazing what you can do.
Right.
Like I said, you know, this is 44 years today that my wife and I have been married. You know, and believe me, it hasn't always been easy, okay?
I would
That's why-
not know.
That's why I call her the warden, okay? She she rules, you know. But you know, that's just the way it is. But once we started working together, now when we were first married, it was easy because we didn't have any kids.
Right.
We lived in a trailer house. Our payment was $160 a month.
But that
You know,
was a lot back then.
even making $12 an hour, we had money left over. Of course, we wasted most of it. You know, if thinking back now, if we'd have just saved some of that money,
Right.
you know, we could be bazillionaires by now. You know, or ahead of the game anyway.
As we say, ahead, probably.
But you know, as we've grown together, and you know, and this is just a personal opinion of mine. You know, I was 19, my wife's 18 when we got married. Okay, I think it's easier for couples to get married young instead of waiting until they're like 24, 25, because then they've experienced a lot of different people or dating or whatever, and you're constantly comparing things. We had to grow up together, okay?
Right.
You know, but that's just my perspective. I see, you know,
But it's a maturity level thing, too.
That
I
is a-
mean,
you know,
look at the
I was very
difference
mature when I got married
between then and
because I'd been working full time for 5 years.
Right.
You know, since I was 14, I've worked since I was 12, but since I was 14 years old, I've had a full-time job. Even in high school, I worked at Dayton Tire. I worked night shift, 11 to 7, and then went to school. It was tough, but you know, I knew I had to finish high school. There was no question
Right.
about that. Now, as far as going to college, I had opportunities there, but I was kind of talked out of them. Just, you know, I didn't know. And, you know, my
Yep.
dad died when I was young. So I didn't have him to bounce things off of. And my mom, she worked full time, and she worked 12 hours a day at Hager Slacks. You know, that was a big sweatshop. But that's what we did to survive at the time. But yeah, when my wife and I were married, we were ready to be married, and I was mature enough to understand what I was getting into. Different times, though.
yes,
It's tough nowadays. I wouldn't even want to be on the dating scene nowadays.
believe me. Even 14 years ago, 15 years ago, it sucked.
All right. Well, dadgum, we've been on here 20 minutes.
I
What are we
know.
going to do? with the rest of our day.
Oh, we got lots to do.
All right. Well, folks, comment below, share this video. Let us know what you think. WRME is We Are Main Edge, where we do real life, real world real estate every day. Give us a call. Come see us.
Whatever.
Drop a comment.
Right?
Bye.